Pathetic fallacy isn't what you think it is. For some reason, most people think pathetic fallacy is defined by the weather, and it's not. If you've made this mistake, or perhaps your teacher's told you that, this is going to help you use the terminology correctly. Pathetic fallacy is about feelings. The root of the word pathetic is found in sympathetic, meaning feeling the same way as someone, and empathetic, meaning you understand the feelings of someone. The word fallacy means something that people believe but is not true. So, ironically, it's a bit of a fallacy that people believe pathetic fallacy is defined by the weather. So what does pathetic fallacy actually mean? It means giving human emotions to something that is not human. So in reality, pathetic fallacy is a form of personification which is defined by feelings. Here are some genuine examples from current GCSE text. The sullen wind, which tries to vex the lake in Robert Browning's Porphyria's Lover, is used to reflect the speaker's inner turmoil. In Storm on the Island, the trees and leaves are described as raising a tragic chorus in a gale to give a mournful feeling to the sound of the wind. Just in case you think, well, they are all about the weather. Yes, they are. Often, writers use the weather and attach feelings to it. And it's that last bit that makes it pathetic fallacy, not the weather bit. But check out Carol Ann Duffy describing the spools that the war photographer uses as spools of suffering, loading these tools of photographic development with feeling. And of course, you can write them yourself to add a bit of vim to your writing. And this one was written by a student of mine recently. From the gate, I could see the sullen and brooding house. Here are some non-examples of pathetic fallacy from current GCSE texts. The opening lines of Macbeth have which one say, "When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?" This isn't pathetic fallacy. There's no specific human emotion. You could say that the writer is inviting the audience to make the connection between the witches and the tempestuous time, or that the weather is symbolic of turmoil to come. But it's not pathetic fallacy. So where does the term actually come from? The term pathetic fallacy was coined by Victorian polymath, all-round walking encyclopedia, and in particular art critic John Ruskin, when he got around to the third edition of his book, Modern Painters. Modern Painters covers a lot of different topics and art forms and even social reforms. So he's a really interesting chap. And if you do like big ideas and art criticism, he's worth looking up. If you like all of that and you also like gossip, have a look at his personal life. He coined the phrase because he was thinking about the idea of truth in art. And he believed that all art should be truthful, saying nothing can be good or useful which is untrue. The problem is that poetry tends to be untruthful in the sense that metaphors are by definition saying that one thing is another when they're clearly not. So he explores these lines from Charles Kingsley of the Water Babies fame. They rode her in across the rolling foam, the cruel, crawling foam. Ruskin likes the use of pathetic fallacy, but he thinks he shouldn't because it's not true. Foam can't be cruel, or indeed crawl, so he needs to square this. And I'm condensing a lot of text into a few lines here, so do go and have a read of the original. He gets to the idea that the truth is in the feeling, that there is a truth and veracity in the description of sorrow. If that was interesting or useful, please subscribe and comment on what else you want covered, and consider having a look at one of these videos.